How to react when you see a ghost. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is about something a little spooky. Like, what would you do if you saw a ghost? Full-on Casper situation, floating apparition, the whole shebang. Whether you believe in the paranormal or not, there are a lot of people who claim to have had eerie encounters. In today's video, I'm going to be your ghost therapist, your paranormal life coach. I'm going to guide you step by step on how to react if you ever find yourself face to face with a ghost. So grab your ghost hunting gear. Wait, just kidding. Let's get into it. Okay, first things first. If you see a ghost, the absolute worst thing you can do is completely lose your mind. Like, I know, easier said than done, right? You're chilling in your room, maybe watching a scary movie, and bam! A spooky, translucent figure decides to pop in for a visit. Your heart starts racing, your palms are sweating, you might even feel a little lightheaded. But here's the thing, panicking won't help you. The moment you start feeling anxious or scared, your body's like, oh, it's go time, and it releases all these stress hormones. And let me tell you, those hormones are not your friend when it comes to making rational decisions. Instead of letting fear take over, try to focus on your breathing. Take deep, slow breaths. Deep breathing is like sending a signal to your body saying, chill out, dude, we got this. So, you've managed to calm your breathing, but your brain's still doing backflips trying to process what you just saw. Next up, ground yourself in the present. Sometimes, especially in spooky settings or late at night, our minds can play tricks on us. Think about it. Have you ever been home alone and heard a noise, and your mind instantly jumps to the conclusion that it's a serial killer breaking in? Yeah, that's your brain being extra. So ask yourself, is this really happening? Or could it be a trick of the light, a reflection, or even sleep deprivation? Maybe that ghostly figure is just a coat rack with some weird shadows, or the reflection of a tree branch swaying outside your window. Take a moment to analyze the situation logically. Okay, so you've taken some deep breaths, you've given yourself a reality check, and you're still convinced that you're seeing something paranormal. It's not a coat rack, it's not a shadow, and it's definitely not your sleep-deprived brain playing tricks on you. Now what? Well, now it's time to channel your inner Sherlock Holmes and do some investigating. But before you grab your magnifying glass and deerstalker hat, remember this? You don't want to rush in or engage with the entity right away. Instead, watch from a distance and note any specific details. Is it transparent or solid? Does it seem aware of you, or is it minding its own business? Pay attention to how it moves, if it makes any sounds, or if you feel any changes in temperature. This is your chance to gather some intel. Chapter 4. Don't feed the fear. How to project confidence to a ghost. This might sound crazy, but ghosts, according to many paranormal experts, may be sensitive to emotions, like they can pick up on your vibes. And some say that showing fear might encourage them to linger, or worse, frighten them into reacting in ways you don't want. Imagine a scared little puppy. If you approach it all nervous and shaky, chances are it's going to cower or even snap at you. But if you come in with a calm, confident energy, the puppy's more likely to relax. Ghosts, in a weird, spectral way, might react similarly. So instead of letting fear be your guide, try to keep a neutral or even respectful attitude. Channel your inner Zen master and project an aura of calmness. Chapter 5. Setting boundaries. How to tell a ghost to GTFO, respectfully. Okay, let's say you've observed the ghost. You've managed to keep your cool and it's still just hanging around. If you feel threatened or uncomfortable, it's time to set boundaries. This doesn't mean screaming at the ghost or making a scene. Remember, we're going for calm and assertive, not terrified and aggressive. Many paranormal investigators suggest calmly addressing the spirit. It's like talking to a roommate who keeps eating your leftovers. So try something like, "I acknowledge your presence, but this is my space. Please leave." You're not being mean, you're just setting a clear boundary. Chapter 6. Document everything. Why you should record your ghost encounter. If the ghost is still hanging around and you've kept your cool, why not document it? This is 2023, people. We document everything. Our food, our outfits, our cats doing weird things. Why not a ghost sighting? Grab your phone, start recording, whether video, audio, or even a quick sketch. This could be valuable evidence for paranormal investigators, or even just something cool to look back on. Imagine showing your friends. "Yeah, this is Gary the ghost. We hung out for a bit." Plus, documenting the experience can help you process it later. It's like writing in a journal, but instead of words, you're using video, audio, or your artistic skills. Chapter 7. Don't follow the light. Why you shouldn't chase a ghost. As tempting as it may be to try and follow the ghost, like you're on some kind of paranormal scavenger hunt, don't chase it. This isn't a Hollywood horror film. In many cases, ghosts appear briefly and then vanish just as quickly. They're like the introverts of the spirit world. They pop in to say hi, then they're out of there. Moving toward it may scare it off, or worse, provoke it. Remember that whole thing about ghosts being sensitive to emotions? Well, imagine how they might react if you start chasing them around. Plus, you don't know what you're dealing with. Maybe this ghost is friendly, maybe it's just lost, or maybe it's got some unfinished business. So, let the ghost do its thing. If it wants to leave, let it leave. If it wants to stay, well, you've already set your boundaries, right? Chapter 8. Calling all Ghostbusters. When to seek professional help. Let's say the encounter was unsettling, or you just can't shake the feeling that something paranormal is happening in your home. Maybe you're hearing strange noises, seeing things out of the corner of your eye, or feeling like you're constantly being watched. In that case, it's perfectly okay to reach out for help. Paranormal investigators, mediums, or even spiritual advisors may be able to provide guidance or help cleanse your space. These professionals have dedicated their lives to understanding the paranormal, and they can offer valuable insights and support. They might be able to communicate with the spirit, figure out what it wants, or even help it move on to the other side. Chapter 9. The Aftermath. Reflecting on your ghostly encounter. Once the moment has passed, the adrenaline has subsided, and you're left with nothing but the memory of your ghostly encounter. It's time to do some serious reflecting. This isn't the time to post about it on TikTok or call your best friend and tell them all the details. Though, let's be real, you're totally gonna do that later. This is about you and your experience. What did you see? How did you feel? Did it change your perspective on life, death, or the existence of ghosts? Sometimes encounters with the paranormal have deeper meanings, or they could just be a one-off experience. Reflecting on it allows you to process the event calmly. Write about it in a journal, meditate on it, or even talk to a therapist if you feel like the experience has impacted you deeply. Stay spooky. Thanks for watching. So there you have it, how to react if you ever encounter a ghost, step by step. Remember, whether you believe in spirits or not, staying calm and grounded is key. Don't let fear be your guide. Instead, approach the situation with curiosity, respect, and maybe a little bit of humor. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a spooky video. Until next time, stay safe, and maybe keep a lookout for things that go bump in the night.